afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. We begin tonight in Islamabad, where the newly established Federal Constitutional Court has formally begun its proceedings following the swearing-in of 2 judges, bringing its current strength to 7. Although the court is sanctioned for 13 judges, it is still sharing space with the Islamabad High Court, operating out of repurposed rooms that officials admit are far from ideal. Limited courtroom facilities and shared administrative areas are creating logistical challenges as the FCC attempts to assert its role. On its opening day, 3 benches were constituted and heard several cases, including a stay order on a Sindh High Court judgment, an early indication of the weighty constitutional matters it is expected to oversee. For more on the situation in Islamabad and what this development means for Pakistan's judicial landscape, we're joined by our correspondent Sarah William, reporting from the capital.
Chris, the launch of the Federal Constitutional Court marks a significant structural shift in Pakistan's judicial framework. Officials here acknowledge that the temporary facilities are far from optimal, but insist the court's immediate functioning was necessary to prevent delays in critical constitutional cases. Legal experts I've spoken to say the FCC is expected to reduce the burden on the Supreme Court, particularly in public interest litigation. However, they warn that without its own dedicated building and administrative resources, efficiency could remain limited in the near term. Still, today's hearings indicate that the court intends to move quickly and decisively.
Thank you, Sarah. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the military says 15 terrorists were killed in 2 intelligence-based operations carried out between the 15th and 16th of November. According to Inter-Services Public Relations, 10 militants, including a ringleader identified as Alam Mehsood, were eliminated in the Kulachi area of Dera Ismail Khan, while another 5 were killed in Dada Khel, North Waziristan. The operations, authorities say, form part of a broader campaign aimed at dismantling foreign-sponsored terrorist networks, with sanitization efforts continuing in the region to secure remaining threats. In Azad Jammu and Kashmir, Raja Faisal Mumtaz Rathore has been elected the region's new prime minister following a successful no-confidence motion against the previous leadership. Securing 36 votes in the assembly, Rathore is set to be sworn in later today at the President House in Muzaffarabad, with senior Pakistan People's Party representatives expected to attend. He has pledged immediate reforms, promising improvements in administration, financial discipline, and urgent action on the region's pressing issues. Meanwhile, in Peshawar, a tribal jirga convened at Bala Hisar Fort by the Frontier Corps. KP North gathered senior elders from Khyber district. The meeting focused on local security challenges, with tribal leaders agreeing on a joint approach aimed at long-term stability. Elders reaffirmed their commitment to national unity and pledged full cooperation with security forces, emphasizing the importance of mutual trust in restoring peace. Turning to the economy, Pakistan's current account deficit has surged by 255%, reaching $733 million in the first 4 months of the fiscal year. The state bank attributes the widening gap to rising imports, while exports remain largely stagnant. October did see remittances climb to $3.4 billion, and inflows from the IMF and other partners are providing partial support. However, analysts caution that if the deficit continues to expand, it could place further strain on already delicate foreign exchange reserves and overall economic stability. There's a major development in Pakistan's maritime fuel infrastructure. Vitol and Energeco have delivered the country's largest ever single shipment of very low-sulfur fuel oil to Port Qasim. The delivery, made by barge, significantly boosts the nation's capacity to refuel large vessels locally, reducing reliance on foreign ports along key shipping routes. Officials note that the fuel meets International Maritime Organization low-sulfur standards, marking a step towards stronger compliance with global environmental regulations. And finally, in international news, U.S. President Donald Trump says he intends to approve the sale of American-made F-35 fighter jets to Saudi Arabia. The announcement, made ahead of talks with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, signals a major shift in U.S. defense policy in the Middle East. Saudi Arabia has requested up to 48 F-35s in a multi-billion-dollar deal aimed at upgrading its air force and countering regional threats. The proposed sale is expected to face scrutiny in Congress, particularly given past concerns over arms transfers to Riyadh. The F-35, the world's most advanced stealth fighter, is currently operated in the region only by Israel, whose qualitative military edge Washington has historically sought to protect. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.